Hello everyone, welcome back to Edz's Modded Adventure, episode 5, where today we're going to be starting on our farm work. We need to get a tree farm up and running, and an actual food farm of like potatoes and wheat and carrots and all that good stuff, and maybe some of the other stuff from thermal, so we can actually do a proper, decent sort of like food storage, so we can have multiple different types of foods and whatever, so hopefully we can have a better variety of munch. So it's going to require quite a bit of stuff from create. I'm probably going to do a radial tree farm as I always do, but I might do a minecart one for the crops and whatever, so we can do long lines of everything, and it's going to be different. It'll be a lot different, to be honest, to what I would normally do, because if I was just doing a straight wheat farm, it would be just a radial farm. So before we get into that, I'm going to go into what I have done in between episodes. So I've done a little bit of work. I turned the little front bit here into an animal pen, and this lovely sheep decided to wander in of his own volition, and I ended up caging him with some leaves. I put some hay bales down and whatnot, and I just randomly spread out some of gravel and coarse dirt, and just to make it look a bit more used. The fence gate in. I've obviously moved all my stuff up here. I've put in the stairs ready to create the upstairs, which will probably be more of a might be more of a workshop sort of area. Maybe my create workshop will be up here instead, and down here will just be mostly storage and miscellaneous machines that we'll use day to day, like just like a nice good furnace, a pulverizer or something along the lines. Pulverizer, crusher, macerator, something. I've processed up all my ores. I just need some. I say all my ores. I need some more lava to fill that up. I did leave myself AFK while I was in work to do this, but one, we had a power cut in work, and obviously two, I ran out of lava. So bung these back in to continue processing. Also then outside, I've done my little awning. See, I was going to leave these down, but I thought, now they look better up. Did the little outside bit here. So this is tool from Cyclic, the trowel. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant piece of equipment to use. So like if I just go in here, I'll just show you real quick. If I grab some smooth stone, some cracked stone, some normal stone bricks, some cobblestone. If I take these 4 and I use the trowel, and what it will do, it will take the random blocks that's on my hotbar and place them, obviously place them randomly, which is really cool if you're, someone like me who can't, I can't really do random sporadic blocks around. So using that is so much better, and it works really well with like doing even dirt bits as well, if that's what you want to end up doing. So we're gonna put you away for now, put you away for now, put the axe away for now, and let's just memory slot them, because we only need these 3 with us right now. I also did the front, put some dark oak slabs down, did the same sort of random bits of cobble and gravel and coarse dirt and whatever, a bit of bone meal, some trees, just to make it look a bit more, just to make it look a bit nicer. And obviously it doesn't look as natural as you would think, but it's better than just a blank hill, essentially. Like I'll probably do a water wheel system going down here into a little pond in here. I'll just decrease the level of this by maybe a couple, and could put a fisher or something in it so we can get some fish. But anyway, I've filled in some of this. Is very square, isn't it? I need to make that look a bit more natural, curving around here. So we're going to do our farms down here and have, like I said, we're going to have a tree farm. We're going to have a food farm as well. And I'm going to... What's that blue? What's that blue entity? Oh, it's a skeleton horse. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to get some more animals up here. Get another sheep, couple of cows, some chimkins, some pigs, and whatever. We'll get them in here. But later on down the line, I'll just have a couple in here just to live, and then we'll have a proper animal farm that we utilize for meat at some point as well. So yeah, so let's dive straight into this. So I'm gonna these. Like, I could use botany pots for trees, but you know, that's the easy way out. This thing I'm leaving on here because these three are going to be something that I'm going to want to make. This I could probably... I can't make the end rods. I need chorus fruit. And to make chorus fruit, I need... obviously chorus itself. Chorus flowers, can I get these any other way? Oh, I did update, I did add a few additional mods, as you may have just noticed there. I've added Botania to the pack. I've also added project expansion, which adds all these EMC links and the higher tier collectors. So these are used to like import export items from your EMC network in and out, and the collectors just generate EMC for you, which is something we'll get into. So we'll have, you know, endless amounts of EMC. So that's doing its job. I've gotten Constantans because of nickel and copper, which we'll use. So to get started with create, I know there's some create stuff in here. I can't add create, can I? So I know there's water wheels in here, so we're gonna want a few water wheels to power this stuff. And I do believe cogs are in here as well. Yes. I don't know what else of create might be in here. Not 100% sure. Obviously cranks in here, but we're not going to need cranks. Andesite alloys, we'll take a few stacks of that. Is there anything else in here that's great? We'll get the shafts, we'll take some shafts. We'll take... oh, that's it. That's all there is of create stuff in here. And then I believe if I do add create and then double click to highlight, take all the create stuff that we have in here out, and then copycats that I don't want them. I don't need them. So what do we get? We got saws we're gonna need more of. Chain drives we're gonna need more of. I think what I might do first here is do the workshop upstairs. So we do the create, if we do our create workshop today actually, and potentially get into our farm, or at least one of them. So if we were to do our workshop, if we do our water wheels here first, and then we can get into, because we're going to need more of these, we're going to need mixers, we're going to need mixers, we're going to need some more presses, we're going to need precision mechanisms and things like that. So we can pretty much start working on our create workshop today, and sooner or later we will have to get into some sort of storage system, and we will be getting out of, you know, using this for everything. Project E would become like an emergency sort of thing. It'll become like essentially like a creative sort of draw from, because that's pretty much what it becomes. It does become a creative storage, because you can get everything and anything you need from it. So, like I said, let's pull up create again, because what we're gonna need is we're gonna need more gearboxes. We're gonna need, I got a bunch of encased chain drives, which is fine. We're gonna want, I'm gonna take some of these chain conveyors, like we're gonna play with some of the new create stuff here. We're gonna want let's grab the steam engine and stuff and whatever. Mechanical arms, rotational speed controllers, portable storage interfaces, some deployers, mechanical saws, harvesters, those ones, and I think you know, brass casing, andesite casing. Oh, we got enough andesite casing for now. Mechanical crafters we're gonna need as well. I think item vaults, get that as well. I'd like to look into like the packaging stuff, because that's gonna be quite fun to play with. Let's get these display boards on, because like these will be quite fun as well. And I think that's everything we're gonna need for now. Let's just do rose quartz and polish rose quartz on this as well. We got a clipboard, because you know a clipboard is gonna be, does it have to be, no, it's just any blanks. So the clip requires andesite paper and some planks. Pretty sure I got paper here. Paper and some blank. Let's get our clipboard made, because we can use this, I think, to do like to-do lists and whatnot. Yes, and this can be our like to-do list thing when it comes to doing. So when I remember what I gotta do next episode or next whatever's going on. So to start this off, we're gonna set up our water wheels. I'm gonna set up, say, like 5, maybe, because if we're gonna do, like I said, if we're gonna do like a waterfall going down here. So firstly, what I want to do is let's just deepen this by 1, so you can have some sort of pond going down here. I'm not going to change the shape of it. I'm going to leave it as is, because I do like the organic shape that we've already got in here. I might have to go down 1 more for a fissure. Oh, that helps. That doesn't, though. A calcite. Pretty sure calcite means is a geode. I'd like to have transmutation tablet, to be honest, because I think that would be a lot easier to help us with replacing some of the stuff that happens like this. So I'm going to clear this out. I will be right back. So I've cleared it out. I've cleared it a little bit more like sort of, try to clear it a bit more like organically. So it looks like it's an actual sort of pond. You know what I mean? So the next thing is to, I'll probably have the water wheels so like here. Yeah, they could fit right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The water wheel's there, and I have the river trying to like come down and fill in here, not straight down there. So I'll have the water probably coming from like here. So the water come from here, and then we'll make the river look a bit more natural. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the water down first. That's not bad actually. Already, it doesn't look too bad the way it's actually the water's just letting the water flow naturally instead of like trying to guide it. Hopefully that should be. You'd think that'd be an infinite source, wouldn't you? So what we'll do is I'm gonna grab some more dirt from here, and we'll try and like just gonna do this a minute. We might change. We'll probably change that out to some sort of wood or something. Like I'm trying to make it look a bit more natural in a sense. Let's move that. And then once we get this filled in, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I can do that by doing this. Let's get some copper. Press this copper. Some sheets so we can get a pump and a pipe. And to get pumps, you need pipe, pump. Just need a bit of copper, copper sheets, copper, pipe, and a cog. Gets the kind of pump. Take that. Eat, because doing it manually uses up your hunger. And then we're going to grab a couple more buckets. We're going to grab the buckets back. And get 2 buckets of water. This is how we're going to fill it up. Is we're going to do... Or... I'd say trick, but it's really a trick. It's just the way Create works. For you there, pump there, and with you, turn this into an infinite source, but small cogwheel on top, and if we start cranking, it should start pulling the water out. I thought that would fill this. That. I genuinely thought that was gonna fill it up like. Oh well. I thought. Sometimes thinking doesn't really work well for me. I genuinely thought that's how it was gonna fill up. So this is gonna be interesting to fill up. This is gonna take a bit of time. Hoping not going to be as much of a pain in the backside as I think it's going to be. I should restart down here, shouldn't I? Filling in the bottom. It looks like that looks like a source block, but it's not apparently. They're no source blocks. But I think again I'm gonna disappear and hopefully get this filled in and not have to worry about flowing water. So I'll be right back once I got this filled in. Right, it's relatively filled in. I've still got a few flow-in blocks that I need to sort out. I think I might do that with ice. I think if I was to like try and freeze top layer, I might be able to get full source blocks of water. I think it would probably be better if I had done, you know, edited a square or rectangle or whatever, and then filled it up and then did the terraforming. Either way, you know, it'll work for now until we get the until we get it sorted. So we'll do that. We'll work on our water wheels now. So to get these water wheels up and running, we're gonna need to get some more planks for a start. See, and the thing is, as far as I'm aware, is I don't know if it's the actual plank or the log we've got to use. Ah, it's the plank. So we can turn our water wheels to this purple color. So if we do our wheels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and we can turn our water wheels purple. So what we're going to do now is, that kind of works out nice because you got one slit of window there and one slit of window that side. Is we need to build a nice little frame around that. First, we're going to get the rotational power up here. So to do that, and a great way to do that is with chain drives. We can put encased chain drives up like this, and then we can put this one there, and then that will bring the power into here. So I need to gear this up. So I need to get, I think it's large to small. Let me take the casing there, and do a large, small there, and that gears that up to a little bit faster. It's a speedometer. So what we do need to make is our goggles, which requires a gold sheet, I believe. Goggles, 1 gold sheet, 1 string, and 2 glass. So let's just make these goggles real quick, because then we can see the actual stress impact. Two glass, just get normal Minecraft glass, string, and then we get our goggles. Uses, can I can't run with the helmet, but we have two head slots apparently. So now you can see that's at 16 RPM. We do actually need more than that to make mixers work. So what we can do is to gear this up better is take a vertical gearbox here and we just gear it up the side here. And this gear ratioing is literally temporary because we will be changing this up to a rotational speed controller at some point. So then if we do an vertical gearbox here and then put our speedometer on there, see we're at there, 32 RPM. Mixer, I believe, requires, does it say what it requires? It just shows what it's doing. It doesn't tell us how much RPM it needs. No. That'll be ideal to have here anyway, so we know what we're looking at. Let's do this as a normal gearbox. And we put it there. Actually, on the other side, I can still access the rotational energy there anyway. Let's change this into a stressometer, so we know how much stress we. So we have 2,560 stress units from this. So what we're going to need here then is, firstly, we're going to need to make our. We're going to take our press upstairs. We're going to need to make a mixer. So we take our press upstairs first and get our press hooked up. So to hook up our press, we're actually going to need. No, I'll just use these. Chain drives. Depot there. Change you the latter way. Now we put our depot there and our press there. Okay, so to make the mixer, we're gonna need some iron sheets, and I don't know how much iron I've got here. Right, so let's get this, and what we're gonna do to make life easier, configurations of this, the recipes, and we do bulk cutting and bulk pressing. Save changes. And this means instead of going one sheet at a time, that, and it bonks all 36 at once, all 36 sheets at once, which is brilliant. So let's get our mixer, and as if by magic we have a mixer. So we're gonna need and let's make another one, because it'd be nice to have one that's powered, one that'll be powered with a blaze burner, and one that's not gonna be powered with a burner. And let's get another press. It requires a block of iron. Ideal to have another one of these. Get another depot, and then we get couple of basins. Inventory full of stuff. Don't like having a full inventory. I like to have my inventory pretty organized. For one. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do some gearboxes. Gearbox. See, what's weird is like these have an EMC, but these don't. And like the recipe for this is just andesite and wood, and they both have. See, I could add an EMC to it. It's just be a case of adding the 88 to the 32, and then that would give gearboxes an EMC as well because the cogs have an EMC. We're gonna put an vertical gearbox there, and we're gonna put that there. Go basin, and then we go mixer. Mixers are running on 28 SU. So some of the RPM is the stress units that are required for this. What I might have to do here, for the sake of having a blaze burner, 2 cogwheels like so. Having this one higher up. And if we hop to the nether, grab some nether rack, make ourselves a blaze burner, empty burner, and we're gonna go pop to the nether real quick, grab ourselves our blase, so we can do that. We can do any sort of heated mixing that's required. Take us all of a few minutes to get nether, climb up, even though I can fly. And now with flight, I don't need to use that tunnel to get to the nether fortress, which is over here. Hopefully find a blaze. This will be the time where I can't find a blaze. It is, isn't it? This will be the time where there's no blazes around. This one. For mine. And then we're just going to do this to go. So we pop our blaze burner there. And our basin. I know it doesn't look the prettiest, but you know, at the moment, because I don't want the blaze burner like in the floor and then have that one piece of flooring that doesn't have this. So what I'll probably do is just put some stairs around 3 of the sides to do this, and then next I'm gonna need we're gonna need some so we're gonna need some deployers so we can make the precision mechanisms, because we need precision mechanisms to make the mechanical arms and the something else in. Oh, the rotational speed controller. And these require a 3-step process of cogs, large wheels, nuggets, and gold sheets. Which I got a nice little setup I can do for that. So what we need is an item vault, some barrels. We need some item vaults. I'm gonna need I think I need a minimum of 9 of these. 7 EMC. I got enough to make barrels. If I make an barrel, an EMC at the barrel. I have a bunch of them. And then I can make additional 7 I need. We keep the barrels on us for now. Moby the Rejected. It's an interesting name. And I'm not sure I can change drive off of that. No, I can't. That's fine. So what we'll do is we will do a box there. We'll put chain drives over here. And then this will be we'll have return away. So if I do and then thinking. I change drive to there, and then I can do it here. And then what we do here is get our item vault. Actually, don't need a 3x3, do I? I just need a 2x2. That'll be enough. And then we put you there. No, I do need a 3x3. Obviously there's an ocean nearby. Let's go grab some kelp real quick. Oh look, there's some right there. These things I might put in the botany pots for now. Yeah, because I'm all filled up. I don't know why I got so much kelp then. I didn't need to get so much. I need to get a little bit to EMC, didn't I? So let's get some kelp out and get some. Let's just get a couple of Eternals fuel. Because I think one of these smells like loads. Animals are doomed. So we get a belt, and while we wait for that to cook up, grab some brass. And now we're going to need at least 3 deployers for this. Now to go from doing, going to be working on farms to working on the crate workshop is a bit of a difference in direction for this episode. Now we get belt. Belt has EMC. Awesome. Makes my life easier. And then we do this belt go for sure. And then make those. We need to make some rose quartz. So we need to get rid of some of this stuff out of our. I don't need that. Don't need that. This axe away. There, so we need some redstone. Some quartz. And then this. And you. So this has an EC, which is great. And then we need some sand. Diamond grit sandpaper here. Yes, it is, which is just crushed diamond. I'll do normal sandpaper for now, because at some point this stuff we can enrichment chamber it into and metallurgic infuser it, so it'll be auto crafted that way. I gotta make the sandpaper. Gotta make the sandpaper first, Mike, before you can try it. You can't sand something with a piece of paper. Mr. Thomas the Wimpy spawned pretty much like outside our door. You haven't seen. So now we need to make 3 electron tubes, 3 brass hands, and we got 3 deployers, and then these deployers go 1, 2, 2, 3, and all we need now is power them, which I know I can do with more chain drives, because chain drives are amazing. He should be spinning. I put you there, you spin. You go there, just spinning you. And I shaft across. And then we can cover that up. So what we'll do here is we need to get funnels, I believe it is. Yes, the funnels. So we need to get the funnels. Some more of our brass. And we've got dried kelp on the go. And then we need another electron tube, which is what we got. So these brass funnels. And then we need some andesite funnels as well. Grab a barrel. 2 barrels. Andesite funnels. So this is a nice little way I've seen to set up this. So we put you there with a barrel. You go on there. You go on there. You're facing the other way. And then we have you there. You pull out. Put that on there. You pull out from there. So you'll pull out the gold sheets. Go across here. You will be filtered. Let's make a filter. Which is wool and some nuggets. Some iron nuggets. So filter. And we're just gonna see this because why not? Open this filter and this will deny precision mechanisms. You deny taking in precision mechanisms. So anything that's not a precision mechanism won't go back into the item vault. So now we need to grab some hoppers. Oh, I'm pretty sure I got a hopper somewhere. Yeah, so we take 3 hoppers and let's get some cogs. 1 stack of each of the cogs, stack of nuggets, and then we need some gold sheets to press upstairs. Nice little creep. It's a nice little workshop going on here, to be fair. And then we do this, this, and this. And precision mechanism is small, large iron nuggets. So small, large iron nuggets, and then pop you in there. So if it's not a completed mechanism, it gets pulled into the item vault, sent out to here, and then just the cycle just gets repeated until it makes it create a complete position mechanism, which will end up in here. So I can't see what's in this item box. There's a mod I need to find that allows me to see what's in them. It's like the one probe should show that. Just pause recording on accident then. I need to look at that. It's like I should be able to look at these and see what's in them. I'll take a look in between episodes and see if I can find out what that is. Like all the gold sheets are coming out first. But it's pulling out the mechanisms as well, the ones that are half done. I need some more cogs. I need some more cogs and stuff. So we take another what? Let's take two more stacks of each. The cogs, nuggets, and everything. And we put them in the respective hoppers. You in there, you in there. There you go. There's our first finished precision mechanism, which then should allow us to get this. And I think that was more gold. Oh, those brass sheets and a brass casing, which I don't think we have. Any brass casings? Do not. So we need some logs. And can I? I can't. No, with the matic. Okay, makes sense. Strip you. Brass H. And then we make a mechanical arm. And this is what we'll use to power. So I'm going to need to go and get more blaze burners. And what I may do here is probably pop you like somewhere here, and then have my boiler here in the center. So then this can feed this with coal, and this with. Well, no, I don't need that constantly filled with coal. So I see like you got other things coming out of this now. So we got 8 fully made precision mechanisms. I do need to figure this out. So I think with this random salvage, I think it's a chance of getting a gold sheet, nuggets, andesite alloy, cogwheels. Is the chance of what can't get. So what I probably end up doing is in the central one here is put another brass funnel that only takes that ignores it's whitelisted, sorry, to only take the sheets, the andesite alloy, and whatever is the random salvage. And then it doesn't clog it up. So what I do need to do is I need to make this look nice. I need to obviously build up my roof, my second floor, and it needs to be at least, what's that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 high. So I probably do more than likely the same sort of setup upstairs. I might do, I wouldn't say a different color, but sort of stick with a theme. I might make it look maybe a little more stony on top. I'm not sure. I'll think about it in between episodes. Yeah, look there. There's nothing else coming out of this now. Oh look, I got some crushed gold ore. Crushed raw gold, which smelts up into a golden bit. Can I put that in the smeltery? I cannot. That's fine. But they're still going. So we'll get rid of everything we don't need now in our inventory. Let's just take this stuff there, and then this can be our create chest. And now, and I think that will be a good wrapping up point for the episode. I got a clock as well. It's a really good time to wrap up the episode. My cats have decided they want an hour in my room right now. So yeah, we've got our little create workshop on the go to start us going. Like the precision mechanisms, you know, they tend to be sometimes the awkward things to automate, but you know, I play with create enough. I think I can automate majority of the stuff easily enough. And we got 19 mechanisms, which you know are used for factory gauge, rotational controller, the mechanical arm, and the train controls. That's literally what they're used for. And then they're used in mechanical crafting for the spud gun, extendo grip, and the wand of symmetry. But they're not things I'm gonna be really playing with. But we have them there now ready to go for everything else, which is great. And yeah, that, as I said, is a nice little wrapping up point for the episode. So, as always, guys, good morning, good afternoon, night, wherever you may be watching this. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. A little bit of a create workshop work. And next, in between episodes, I will either add on to the roof or add on to the next layer of this and make the water wheels look nice. So, I will see you next time. Bye!